Welcome back. I want to put together a blueprint for our fuse frames, but I do want to give ourselves a little bit of space so we're not right up against the facade. So if possible, I'd like to put it there. Oh, perfect. We'll go ahead and squeeze 2 machines in here. We're only taking in 1.5 per. 37.5 gas per minute. The gas is going to be the controversial part of this whole thing. Let's see. We have 4 items, plus we know we have a 5th item. These are going to have to be labeled. So we're dealing with 37.5, 75 gas. I think inside of this, we're going to need an unpackager. Where's that unpackager? Just the packager, by the way. You know, the annoying thing about this is that we're going to have to package and unpackage. If I could do all of that on this line within this foundation, that would be really compact. Let's we'll try one of those famous we'll make it just a little off. We're trying to preserve the purity of the edge there, and then we'll put in, oh, I don't know. Packager. There it is. Oh, you're not going to let me... Okay, there we go. I was about to say, one foundation should be enough space. Then we'll put in the conveyor hole wall. It would be interesting if I could get this to fit. Come on. I guess technically we only need one way in. Because this is going to have the nitrogen gas. We're going to unpackage it. One of these unpacks 240 per minute. And we're using at most 70 per minute. signage we need to put in at this particular port has to be so this has to be the nitrogen gas full. And this one has to be an empty canister. I think I need to set my roof level. So from the top, because we're gonna just put a couple of drones on top of this, and then the materials will come down, and then the outputs will go down to the circle to be distributed to the next item, and then come back down. So with that, we know that we're gonna come in from the top. It is not connecting very well. Oh, here we go. So it comes in from the top, connects into here. Splits. Maybe that's not the best place for the splitter. let's see if we can get this to work. Then it splits out of this into here. And then this goes there. And then we'll just kind of sneak this one around. It's like, how bad do you want it to be clip-free? This, of course, has to go back up and out. If I want this to go up, this needs to come in, and then we merge everything. Yep, this is right. All right. We're getting there. So now we've got the gas. I think we'll just use the gas locally. I kind of want to put in... well, I guess technically we will have a stack of gas right here, more or less stored. What are the inputs on this? Oh no. I haven't given myself enough room to get out of here. Glad I thought about that before we went any further. It's such a small amount of gas. It's probably not worth the effort, but we're like 90% done. So that's the nitrogen gas. in and good to go. Now we got to squeeze in 2 more inputs. Technically, these don't have to come in at this level. More than one way for us to give ourselves a little breathing room. You know what I want to do is connect this directly and then use a splitter on the lift, but we've had so much trouble with those. Frames are going to come in from the bottom. I should have recorded how tall this was. So first 10. Come on. So we'll bring in the frames and split them. Frames are coming in from the bottom. Well, I guess it isn't going to be quite that tall. And actually, if we put a splitter right on this, okay, those are our heavies. They come up from the bottom, they go in. They go in here, they get split. They also get split to go up to the next level. Perfect. The casings come in from the top. They come down, they go in. Let's see, split. Maybe we should put one more of these in here. Comes in, goes up, splits twice. Then we'll split it out for the next level. And the fuse frames are going to go down. I should have tracked the height of this. Let's see, 16? +16. I think we'll put the merger over here. That's what you're going to consider overlapping. Let's see if we can squeeze this in right on the edge. And then I guess we need to merge again. And then we need to just drop this straight in. It's spaghetti, but it's concentrated, so it's okay. Perfect. So this gas comes in by drone from the top, comes out for the next level. The empties go out for the exchange back to the roof. These come in from the bottom because they're getting made right here. The heavies get made here, sent to the circle, and then sent up. So they go up and then come out here for the next level. Casings come in from the top, go in here, come out here for the next level. And then the results come in from the next level up and then out back to the circle for processing into nuclear pasta. The gas comes in packaged, makes it to this packager, gets unpackaged, a tiny bit of it gets stored. There's only 400 here. Gets split into each of these. Okay, yeah. Perfect. That little bit of storage does allow us to exchange a little faster, right? We can unpackage. 2 of these fills this up is the funny part. 480 and this thing only holds 400. So it's really saving us 2 containers. Not a ton. Gotta have a roof. Which really serves as the floor. I feel like fused, they're going to be mostly cool. I feel like this is a cyan building for sure. And I'll just think we'll find some spots to further highlight the inside of this thing. then what if we put in a couple of highlight bars in here? We're making this thing unnecessarily expensive. That's kind of my whole deal, isn't it? I won't totally fill in the space. Actually, what if we just went dark blue? We'll have the opportunity to have that fuse piece be part of it. Like this, we could have, you know, some outside, but also play with the lighting on the inside. And let's not forget, because that would be sad, power. We'll use an official double wall outlet for once. Double check to make sure all recipes are set. And I think we're done. All right, save the blueprint, name the blueprint, call it. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't want this to be a double wall. Boo. Now I'm gonna have to reset the power. Really, this only needs to be a really basic one. We only have 4 connections. Since I used the quick wire version, I could connect them all directly to that, but for some reason I like the idea of these having their own individual power supplies. Okay, let's save that. A lot going on this one. basically had to label everything because of the directions of this. This is being fed from the top. This is being fed from the bottom. This is being sent to the bottom. This is being fed from the top, and this is being sent to the top. So everything has to be labeled. Which normally I could just send anything in anywhere, but not in this case. We'll call it right there. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.